Welcome to this week's episode of Surviving Everyday Stress with or Without IBS. I'm Dana Lynn Thompson. This is my co-host Baxter. And this week we're going to talk about how to go from hot mess to less stressed by learning how to improve our gut health and get a grip on anxiety. So I've had a really interesting week since my last video came out on Tuesday. I shared it on my Facebook page and I was overwhelmed with the love and support that I got from friends and family who were appreciative that I had shared my struggles of the past month. And it is amazing how many people are around you that are struggling with the same thing and you don't even know it. I have a close family relative that said she had been struggling for 5 years with anxiety, and her and I had never talked about it. Also this week, if you've been following the French Open tennis tournament, one of the biggest stars on the women's tennis tour has pulled out of the French Open because of her anxiety and depression. She told them that she didn't want to speak with the media before the event and definitely did not want to speak to them after she lost a match. But players are required to do this, and she was actually fined $15,000 for each time that she didn't appear. Eventually, she withdrew from the tournament, which is a shame for the tour and the fans, but I feel such empathy for her knowing that she's having to deal with anxiety and depression in the public spotlight with so much scrutiny on her. But I also appreciate Naomi Osaka for bringing these issues to the forefront of everyone's mind and showing that it doesn't matter who you are, you could be struggling and just keeping it to yourself, and she just wanted people to know that they were not alone. So kudos to you, Naomi. So now that we're here and we've got the conversation going and we're sharing the love, let's talk about some of the ways that you can get a grip on your anxiety. And last week I talked about how I felt like I had been on the merry-go-round from hell for the past month, that I was really on the outside trying to look like I was Kate Middleton. I was calm, cool, and collected, when really on the inside I was more like hot mess Britney Spears, post Kevin Federline, no more six-pack abs on the front of the Inquirer. And what I told you was that I realized after a while, the thing that I always can do to help me get out of this rut. And one of those things I learned 20 years ago when I had chronic fatigue and none of the doctors could diagnose or fix what I had. I went to a nutritionist, and guess what? She changed my diet. Chronic fatigue syndrome gone in a week. Seems impossible, but totally true. And ever since then, whenever I have really bad anxiety, I'm feeling really tired, I have absolutely no energy, but yet I can't sleep, my face is broken out, my IBS has kicked up, I've got stomach cramps, I'm bloated. This is what I do to get out of this cycle. And that is that you have to stop eating like crap. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to put down that Twinkie. I know you don't want to take your spoon out of the rocky road. And I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not, especially not for the first 2 weeks, but it's simple. And the answer to this is clean eating. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been working really hard on a free ebook, a guide that you can go to my website and download at danalynnthompson.com, free for everyone. And I'm going to show you the exact meal plan, the foods that I eat, the clean eating diet plan that I follow, very close to the one that the nutritionist gave me, except now I'm a vegetarian, so I do provide some non-vegetarian options on there. But this diet is going to show you exactly how to eat this clean eating diet, and I promise you that you are going to feel better in 3 to 5 days. And like I said last week, I looked at the nutritionist like she had 3 heads or was from an alien planet. There's no way. But I'm telling you that it works. And here's the analogy that I use when I realize that I need to get back on track. Think about it this way. Let's say you go to the car dealership and you buy a Mercedes-Benz, a beautiful Mercedes-Benz, and you are sitting there with your salesman and he tells you that you need to put premium gas in your Mercedes. You need to put in the 93 octane fuel. That's what will make this car perform at its most optimum levels. You think, oh, gas is gas, fuel is fuel. You go to the pump every day and you put in the 83. You don't give it the premium fuel that it needs. Maybe it continues to run pretty well for maybe 3 to 4 months. On the 5th month, you start noticing it's making some weird knocking noises. There's a whirring under the engine and a couple weird noises that you're not sure where they came from. Then you realize one day as you're trying to go up a steep hill that you're pressing on the gas and nothing's happening. Where's the power? Your engine is failing. You're realizing that, oh my gosh, something is wrong with this car. So you take it into the dealership. The mechanic takes one look at it and asks you, ma'am or sir, what kind of fuel have you been putting in this car? And if you don't lie to him, you tell him, oh, I've been putting in the 83. And he'll tell you, you can't put crap fuel in your engine and expect it to continue working. At least not the way that it should. And this is exactly what we do to our bodies. We feed our bodies Twinkies. We feed them a bunch of high fat, high processed foods, high in sugar. I mean, we're all guilty of this. It's not super easy to stay on the clean eating diet when there are so many just temptations out there. I mean, think of when you go to a restaurant and there's all these things on the menu and 99% of them aren't good for you, but they've got these great pictures and they look so appetizing, and then they bring out the plate and it's ginormous. It's enough food for 10 people and it's expensive, so you feel like you need to eat it. I understand. I totally understand all of this, but the bottom line is that if you put bad fuel into your body, this wonderful engine that we've been granted, this one wonderful thing that works together so amazing, if you keep feeding it crappy fuel, eventually the performance of your body is going to start to go in the toilet. If you have IBS, literally, it will go in the toilet. So please try this out. Go to my website, put in your first name, your email address. You'll get a link to my free guide. It's called The New Stress Eating. It's not what you think. And I know you're thinking, what? Stress eating? That's what they tell us to never do. Don't stress eat. But this is the stress eating with none of the guilt, none of the rocky road. Put down that rocky road spoon. You don't need a gallon of ice cream. And download the free guide and please just try it. Just try it for 2 to 3 weeks. If you start putting proper fuel into your body, it's really going to start performing better the way that you want it to. And the one amazing thing that I found with this clean eating diet is that my anxiety goes away. It really is amazing. Now, the other thing that I learned over the past month as I thought back about all of the reasons why I was feeling such anxiety, and the other thing, and I've talked about this before, was that I had let my CBD oil go. So I wasn't taking my CBD oil in the morning and at night, and guess what? After a month, one day I'm just walking down the hallway to the bathroom and I have anxiety for no reason. I'm just walking down to the bathroom. It's a regular work day. I have nothing stressful going on, and I'm feeling like I have weight on my chest and a lump in my throat. I let my CBD oil guard down. So that's the other thing. Also in the e-guide, I talk about my experiences with CBD oil and where you can get the best quality CBD oil online, very easy. So I'm so excited to share this guide with you. Please go and download it. I would love to hear your comments in the comment box below if you've downloaded the guide. And if you've enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up or hit subscribe. And thank you again for watching. As you know, I'm a rescue mom, so adopt, don't shop. And I look forward to talking with you next week. Thanks.